Hello and welcome to Yan Food Times. I went to Japan, so I will share with you what I ate each day because I ate a lot and I want to spend time talking more about each snack, drink, and dish. It was my first time flying business class and the airline I flew was on Air Canada. They came around with water in a glass cup. Still tasted like water. I also got some warm cashews and almonds. I devoured the cashews, but almonds took too long to eat as they were harder, so I only ate some. I liked how they were fresh and none were stale. The coffee was good too, but it was piping hot that I had to wait for it to cool down a bit. First came appetizers, which were different kinds of salads. One was a plain salad with a choice of olive oil dressing. There was also a dish that had yogurt at the base and the cucumbers and other veggies were on top. Both were refreshing and the veggies were actually very fresh. None were dried out and I felt very healthy. I ordered beef bourguignon. The beef had some rough and dry spots, but overall I thought it was good as there were tender parts too. The flavor was on point and it was not too salty. It also came with a cheese mashed potato side. If you love cheese, you'll love this. For me, it was too cheesy. There were chunks of potatoes, so I thought the texture was nice aside from the taste. There were veggies and they were cooked nicely. The carrot was sweet and soft. The mushrooms soaked up all the flavors and it was really juicy. The onion pearls were so sweet and delicious. I wish I had more. The garlic bread was very garlicky. It was strong and you don't really need butter to go with it. For dessert, I ordered fruit as they were all very fresh and juicy. The other options they had were cheese with crackers and cheesecake. The green tea was incredibly strong and it was fragrant and delicious. I can't believe they served such good tea on a plane. There were snacks such as fruits and chips, but I didn't eat it until later on when I was in Japan. For breakfast, I ordered beef with noodles. It had a gingery sauce with it. It was good. The beef looked dry, but it was decent and the noodles were not mushy. The oatmeal was not my thing. I did try a bit, but I don't like oatmeal in general. The fruits were just as sweet as before and the croissant was warm and not too bad. Not as flaky or light as other places, but for airplane food, not bad. When we landed in Japan, it was close to dinner time after we got to Shinjuku and checked in. We were tired and decided to grab a quick dinner at Family Mart. I got Nanmatcha green tea. I saw a few people drinking this and decided to try. Refreshing, unsweetened, and strong, just the way I like it. It had a nice green tea aftertaste. Next, I got a black cod onigiri. I like black cod, but it may not be for everyone because people might find it fishy. Anyways, it smelled lovely to me and the cod was super smooth and tender. The rice of the onigiri was surprisingly good. It had a bit of a bouncy consistency, no sign of mushiness at all. It was really good. I also got the Famichiki, which is something Family Mart is known for. Their fried chicken was fairly big in size. It was still warm when we got back to the hotel. The bag had instructions on how to open the bag correctly so you don't have to eat it with your bare hands. It was so juicy. One of the juiciest fried chickens I've ever had. Flavor was on point and every bite was crispy, crunchy, but it didn't poke your gums. Delish! The last savory food was a smoked boiled egg. It came with two, so I gave one to my aunt. It was so fragrant. It was smoky and it was delicious. The egg yolk was not completely cooked, so the texture was a little sticky and chewy, but I didn't mind that. The egg was amazing. The smoked flavor was not too overwhelming. It was subtle enough that it makes you want to take another bite, and in the end, we encored it 2 more times on this trip. We had to repeat it because it was so unique and so good, and so cheap. Lastly, my dessert was Royal Milk Tea Ice Bar. Have you tried the drink before? I really like it and was surprised and yet not surprised because it's Japan after all, but surprised that I found it. There were multiple layers and textures. There were little cookie pieces that melts in your mouth fairly quickly. The center had a strong black tea sauce, which was also the sweetest part of the popsicle. Then it's surrounded by a hard layer of white chocolate milk tea coating. It was so good and so flavorful. I was afraid it would be too sweet, but it was actually good, just like the drink. Alright, what did you think of the food so far? Don't worry, we'll eat more real soon. Thank you for watching Yan Food Times.